What if one of the biggest influences on how fast you age isn't hidden in a laboratory, but sitting on your dinner plate right now? Most people think aging is simply a matter of time, but Nobel Prize-winning research on telomeres suggests a different story. Telomeres are protective caps at the ends of your chromosomes that help determine how well your cells age. As they shorten, cellular function can decline. What's fascinating is that telomeres don't respond only to age. They are also influenced by factors like stress, inflammation, sleep, lifestyle, and even the foods you eat every day. And that's where things get interesting, because some of the foods most often associated with healthier telomeres aren't expensive supplements or exotic superfoods. They're simple foods that have been part of traditional diets for generations. One of the foods on today's list was once considered food for the poor, yet researchers continue studying its connection to longevity. So if you've ever wondered whether your daily meals can help support healthier aging from the inside out, stay with me. These 7 foods may completely change the way you think about growing older. And if you enjoy science-backed strategies for longevity, health, and natural energy, consider subscribing. Every week we explore practical discoveries that can help you age stronger and healthier. Let's begin with a small food that may be providing remarkable protection for your cells. Number 1. Berries, the purple shield for your cells. Most people think of berries as little more than a healthy snack, something colorful to add to yogurt or smoothies. But scientists have become increasingly interested in these tiny fruits because they contain some of the highest concentrations of protective plant compounds found in nature. For centuries, berries have been valued by cultures living in harsh northern climates. Long before anyone understood antioxidants or cellular biology, people gathered blueberries, blackberries, bilberries, and elderberries to help sustain them through long winters. Their vibrant colors were actually clues to something remarkable. The rich purple, blue, and red pigments in berries come from compounds called anthocyanins. These natural substances help protect plants from environmental stress. Researchers believe they may offer similar protection inside the human body. One of the biggest threats to telomeres is oxidative stress. Think of it like tiny sparks constantly hitting your cells. Over time, that damage can accumulate and affect important cellular structures. The antioxidants found in berries help neutralize some of the sparks before they create larger problems. Studies on healthy aging patterns consistently show that diets rich in colorful fruits are associated with better markers of cellular health. While berries are not a magic solution, they may help create a healthier environment for your cells. The best part is how simple they are to use. Add them to oatmeal, yogurt, or smoothies. Fresh or frozen, both can provide valuable nutrients. Perhaps the greatest lesson berries teach us is that powerful things don't always come in large packages. Sometimes the smallest foods offer the greatest protection. And the next food on our list supports healthy aging in a completely different way, through one of the oldest culinary traditions on Earth. Number 2. Extra virgin olive oil, the ancient gold of longevity. Many people see olive oil as just another cooking ingredient, but in some of the world's longest living populations, it has been a daily staple for thousands of years. Across the Mediterranean, extra virgin olive oil is far more than a condiment. It's poured over vegetables, beans, fish, and salads, forming the foundation of traditional diets repeatedly linked to healthy aging. What makes it special isn't only its healthy fats. Extra virgin olive oil contains powerful compounds called polyphenols, along with oleocanthal, a natural substance known for its anti-inflammatory properties. Scientists have become increasingly interested in these compounds because chronic inflammation is one of the major drivers of biological aging. Think of inflammation as a slow-burning fire inside the body. You may not notice it day to day, but over decades it can contribute to wear and tear throughout multiple systems. Research suggests that dietary patterns rich in olive oil are associated with healthier aging markers, cardiovascular health, and greater cellular resilience. This matters because telomeres are influenced by the environment surrounding your cells. The less oxidative stress and inflammation they face, the better their chances of maintaining their protective role over time. Adding olive oil to your routine is incredibly simple. Drizzle it over salads, vegetable soups, or grain dishes. The goal isn't to add another complicated health habit. It's to replace less supportive choices with a food that has stood the test of centuries. Healthy aging rarely comes from dramatic interventions. More often it comes from small daily rituals repeated year after year, and a spoonful of the right habit today may become years of resilience tomorrow. But the next food on our list may be the biggest surprise yet, a humble staple that was once considered food for people who couldn't afford anything else. Number 3. Beans, the longevity food. Nobody talks about, for generations, beans were seen as simple survival food, cheap, filling, and ordinary. Yet today, researchers studying long-lived populations keep encountering the same pattern. People who regularly eat beans often enjoy better health deep into old age. In several longevity hotspots around the world, beans are not a side dish, they're a staple. Black beans, lentils, chickpeas, and other legumes have fueled communities for centuries, providing steady nourishment without the blood sugar spikes associated with many processed foods. What makes beans so impressive is their combination of fiber, plant protein, minerals, and compounds that support the gut microbiome. And the gut matters far more than most people realize. Scientists increasingly view the gut as one of the body's major control centers for inflammation, metabolism, and even aspects of healthy aging. One nutrient found abundantly in beans is folate, which plays an important role in DNA maintenance and cellular function. Combined with their fiber content, beans help create a more stable internal environment, something that may indirectly support healthier telomeres over time. Unlike trendy health foods that come and go, beans have survived the test of centuries. They remain one of the most affordable and accessible foods linked to longevity. Adding them to your routine can be simple. Include lentils in soups, add black beans to salads, or use chickpeas in bowls and stews. Even a few servings each week can make a meaningful difference. The irony is hard to ignore. Many people spend fortunes searching for anti-aging secrets while overlooking one of the oldest foods known to humanity. Sometimes the foods we underestimate carry the greatest wisdom, and the next food brings us from humble fields to vibrant green leaves packed with compounds your cells depend on every single day. Number 4. Dark leafy greens, the green fuel for cellular renewal. If there were a category of foods that almost every longevity expert agrees on, dark leafy greens would be near the top of the list. Spinach, kale, arugula, Swiss chard, watercress. These foods rarely make headlines. They're not exotic. They're not trendy. Yet they contain an extraordinary concentration of nutrients that support the very systems your body relies on to maintain itself as the years pass. For centuries, traditional cultures consumed wild greens as a regular part of daily life. Long before nutritional science existed, people understood that these plants seemed to provide strength, vitality, and resilience. Modern research is helping explain why. Dark leafy greens are rich in folate, a nutrient involved in DNA synthesis and repair. Since telomeres are part of your chromosomes, nutrients that support healthy cellular replication become especially important. These greens also provide antioxidants such as lutein, beta-carotene, and vitamin C, which help defend cells against oxidative stress. Imagine your cells are constantly exposed to environmental challenges. Pollution, stress, poor sleep, and normal metabolism all create wear and tear. Leafy greens provide many of the raw materials your body uses to respond to that damage. One of their greatest advantages is versatility. Add spinach to smoothies. Toss arugula into salads. Sauté kale with olive oil and garlic. Include a handful of greens with one meal each day, and the habit becomes almost effortless. The real power of leafy greens isn't found in a single serving. It's found in the quiet accumulation of thousands of healthy choices over time. Every forkful is a small investment in your future self. Every leaf is a message telling your cells to keep going. And the next food on our list doesn't come from the soil at all. It comes from the ocean, and researchers have been fascinated by its connection to healthy aging for decades. Number 5, fatty fish, the ocean's gift to healthy aging. For many people, aging doesn't begin with wrinkles. It begins with inflammation, achy joints, slower recovery, brain fog, and declining energy often share a common thread: chronic low-grade inflammation that quietly builds over the years. That's one reason fatty fish has attracted so much scientific attention. Traditional coastal communities have consumed fish like sardines, salmon, mackerel, and herring for generations. Long before researchers studied omega-3 fatty acids, these cultures were already benefiting from one of nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory foods. The stars of the show are EPA and DHA, two omega-3 fats that play critical roles throughout the body. They help support brain function, cardiovascular health, and healthy inflammatory responses. Scientists have also explored how diets rich in omega-3s may contribute to healthier biological aging and better cellular resilience. Think of inflammation as background noise inside the body. When that noise becomes too loud, cells have a harder time functioning efficiently. Over time, that can contribute to accelerated wear and tear. Omega-3s help turn down the volume. This may be one reason populations that consume more fish often show favorable aging outcomes. While no food can freeze time, fatty fish appears to create conditions that allow the body to age more gracefully. The practical approach is simple. Aim for a few servings each week. Sardines are affordable and nutrient-dense. Salmon is versatile and widely available. Even small amounts can contribute valuable omega-3s to your diet. What's remarkable is that one meal can nourish systems throughout the entire body, from the brain to the heart to the cells themselves. Healthy aging often begins where inflammation ends, and the next food on our list becomes powerful only after it transforms. In a way, its story mirrors the aging process itself, and that's exactly what makes it so fascinating. Number 6, fermented foods, the food that changes before it helps you. Change, some of humanity's most valuable foods, were discovered by accident. Long ago, people noticed that certain foods transformed over time. Milk became kefir, cabbage became sauerkraut. Vegetables developed new flavors, textures, and properties through fermentation. What began as a method of preservation became a powerful health tradition. Today, scientists are increasingly interested in fermented foods because of their relationship with the gut microbiome, the vast community of microorganisms living in your digestive system. Why is this important for aging? Because the gut influences much more than digestion. Research suggests it plays a role in immune function, inflammation, metabolism, and even brain health. Many experts now consider the gut one of the body's key control centers. When the microbiome is diverse and balanced, the body tends to function more efficiently. Fermented foods help introduce beneficial microorganisms and compounds that support that balance. This is especially relevant because chronic inflammation is closely linked to accelerated biological aging. By supporting gut health, fermented foods may help create a healthier internal environment for your cells. Adding them to your routine can be simple. Enjoy kefir with breakfast, add a spoonful of sauerkraut to lunch, or include kimchi with dinner. The lesson behind fermentation is surprisingly powerful. Transformation creates value, milk becomes kefir, cabbage becomes sauerkraut, small habits become long-term health. Sometimes renewal begins with transformation. And now we've reached the final food on our list, one of the most overlooked longevity foods in the modern world. Number 7, seaweed, the longevity treasure hidden in the ocean. If there's one food on this list that most people rarely consider, it's seaweed. Yet in regions known for exceptional longevity, especially Okinawa, Japan, seaweed has been part of daily life for generations. Long before scientists studied telomeres and biological aging, these communities were regularly eating foods from the sea. What makes seaweed unique is its incredible nutrient density. Depending on the variety, it contains iodine, magnesium, calcium, potassium, and specialized compounds rarely found in land plants. One of these compounds, called fucoxanthin, has attracted scientific attention for its antioxidant and cellular protective properties. Seaweed also provides polyphenols and other compounds that may help the body manage oxidative stress, one of the major contributors to telomere shortening. Another advantage is that seaweed delivers significant nutrition while remaining naturally low in calories. Traditional coastal diets often include a wide variety of these sea vegetables, helping provide nutrients that modern processed diets frequently lack. Fortunately, you don't need to live near the ocean to enjoy its benefits. Nori sheets can be eaten as snacks, seaweed flakes can be sprinkled on soups and salads, and sea vegetables can be added to broths and grain bowls. What makes seaweed remarkable isn't a single nutrient. It's the combination of compounds working together to support multiple systems throughout the body. And perhaps that's the real lesson. The future of healthy aging may not depend on the newest discovery. It may be hiding in one of humanity's oldest foods. The people who live the longest often aren't chasing trends. They're preserving simple habits that quietly support their health year after year. After exploring these 7 foods, one important pattern becomes clear. None of them are miracle cures. None can stop aging, and none work because of a single magical ingredient. What they share is something far more powerful. They help create an environment where your cells face less inflammation, less oxidative stress, and more of the nutrients needed for repair and resilience. That's why telomere research is so exciting. It changes the way we think about aging. It suggests that aging isn't only about the years that pass. It's also about the conditions we create every day. Every meal sends signals, every habit sends signals. And over time, those signals add up. The inspiring part is that these foods aren't rare or expensive. Berries, olive oil, beans, leafy greens, fatty fish, fermented foods, and seaweed are simple foods that many people can begin adding to their lives right now. The secret was never hidden. It was simply overlooked. Because longevity is rarely built through dramatic breakthroughs. More often it's built through small choices repeated consistently for years. So here's my question for you. Which of these 7 foods do you already eat regularly? And which one are you going to add to your routine first? Leave your answer in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who wants to age healthier and stay energized for years to come. Remember, healthy aging isn't about fighting time. It's about giving your cells every reason to thrive while time keeps moving forward.